Hello, my name is Scott Hutchison. Welcome to my painting studio. And today I've brought you here to show you how I go about putting a little hanging apparatus on the back of a rigid surface. A little frame on the back of a painting such as this. This is called Procession, and it is done on a product called D-Bond, which is aluminum. And I want it to have a clean look. I don't want you to notice the hanging apparatus, but what I'm going to do, this Nielsen frame that I purchased to put it together, I'll adhere to the back of this, and it will sit on the wall. First of all, let me begin what this is. This is not wood. This is 2 sheets of aluminum, and sandwiched between those sheets of aluminum is polyethylene. Now, I've cut it out with a router, and in a video later on I'll show you how I do that. But I have then scuffed it really well and gessoed it with a really fine roller. This one happens to be one that I've finished. The painting, I've finished it, and now I have to put the hanging apparatus on the back. It's a shame that I don't have that on yet, because I will have to turn it upside down and put the hanging apparatus on it and weigh it down and let it sit for a few hours while it's being kind of smashed on the surface. But I'll protect it so it doesn't hurt the painting. The only issue is that if you paint on a surface that's not traditionally, square like this, you have to find a unique way of mounting it, framing it, hanging it. So let me show you one piece. This is also done on aluminum, but I framed it traditionally. So you could frame these traditionally as well, but because it's a rectangle, it's easier to get a frame for it. But let me bring you in even closer and show you how to adhere the hanging apparatus to the back. Okay, I brought you down a little closer so you can see better. What I've done is I've scuffed this with a 60 grit sandpaper. You can use 120, but just don't buff it, because if you buff it, sand it a lot, it'll actually make it smooth and it won't stick as well. You then clean it off with alcohol. I've also sanded this down with the same 60 grit and wiped it down with alcohol as well. And the glue I'm going to be using is this Scotch-Weld 420. Very good stuff. It's a little expensive, but it's permanent. All right, turn it over. Put it down in the spot that I marked. And what I like to do usually is wiggle it a little bit as I apply pressure, so that it moves some of that glue around. I'm going to weigh it down. I'm going to put some books, some heavy art books down for a couple hours. And I'll show you when it's done. Procession is now complete. It's ready to hang. So my hanging apparatus is attached to the back, glued really stably. It's not going to move. Now I have 2 holes here that I installed with the frame, and I can string hanging wire between those 2 holes, and it should sit nice and flush against the wall. There's also a nice 3/4 inch gap that when it's on the wall, there'll be a little space between the art and the wall. So when light hits it, it's going to cast a nice little shadow. It should pop and not need to be framed. So I like how it turned out. So I hope you learned something. Happy painting, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.